Hello, Kaiko here, and welcome to the chaos. Let's go. After bidding farewell to Sucrose and Collei. Okay. Gotta do a Fourier analysis on that riddle! You know what, I bet they would. Okay, guess we'll leave Collei and Sucrose to it. Fingers crossed all goes well for them. Now then, where should we go first? Let's try our luck at the bulletin board, shall we? A lot of people tend to show up there at some point in the day. Maybe we'll get lucky. Typical younger sibling not wanting to admit they're the youngest. However, it sounds like he's not the youngest. He's just such a disaster that they've all decided he is. Okay. Where are we? Where is the bulletin board? It's somewhere here. Oh, it's down here. Okay. Oh, we've triggered it. Lovely. Just as we hoped, there's a load of people here. How convenient that everybody we wanted to talk to is already here. I love it. Even Lisa's here. Hi everyone, long time no see. Hey there Kaiko and Paimon, it's been a while. How have you been? Okay, Bennett. Young Bennett is one of the most passionate adventurers in Mondstadt. He's also by far the least fortunate. So infamous is his bad luck that other adventurers are rarely willing to team up with him. Yet Bennett has grown used to being alone and doesn't let it discourage him. No matter how many injuries he may suffer, his fiery passion for adventure burns on. Come on, the treasure waiting up ahead in the unknown. Benny's adventure team assemble. We've been doing pretty well. You look surprised, cuties. Is it because of me? Teacher is not at the usual place. Oh please, it's not as if I'm glued to my chair. I like to get out for a little fresh air every once in a while. Mika's here today. Oh, it's either Mika or it's Micah. I'm gonna go with Mika. Mika's here today, so I thought it would be a good time to introduce him to Bennett and Razor. They're all out about quite often, and it's helpful for them to get to know one another. Hi everyone, my name is Mika. Hello, nice to meet you. Okay, Mika, frontline land surveyor of the Knights of Favonius, is a cautious and somewhat shy teenager. Mika is a member of the Reconnaissance Company, a dab hand at handling various problems during operations. Mika takes on responsibilities including mapping the terrain, setting up tents, starting fires for cooking, etc. That's what Mika does. In addition to his surveyor duties... Oh! The surveyor that they were talking about! Okay, he also helps out with logistics. Do not underestimate these tasks. Without sufficient logistic support, the entire company would not be able to function properly. As the helper behind the scenes, who constantly watches everyone's back, Mika is undoubtedly a pillar of the team. Mika looks like the rhythm game dude with the yellow hair. Maybe. I look forward to working with you. No need to be so formal, we've known them for ages, they're cool. Windbloom fun? Actually, we haven't gotten to the fun part yet, we've been busy investigating a prophecy. A prophecy? What kind? A good one or a bad one? We explain. We tell everybody what we've learned. To be honest, I don't know what we've learned, so I'm quite impressed that we're explaining these things. Gosh, that all sounds quite fascinating. I can't believe I made it onto your list of names. You really think I'll be able to help? Believe in yourself. Right, believe in yourself. You're a first-rate adventurer, Bennett. Okay, then in that case, I'll step up and present my thoughts on the matter. Except I forgot I'm not really good at organising my thoughts. Whoops. There's no need to tell us all of your thoughts right here and now. Sucrose said she'll put a mailbox next to the crafting bench so you can just write down your thoughts when they come to you and drop them there. In particular, an efficient plan. Yep, that sounds like Sucrose. I will think also. Give me some time. You still have other people on your list that you need to go see, right? We shall leave you to it. Don't worry about us, we'll drop off our letters at the mailbox as soon as we're done. Okay, bye for now. Let's head over to Star Snatch Cliff next. Maybe we'll be able to find some people there. And even if we don't, we can see really far from up the top, maybe we can find people that way. Oh, you're working so hard. Do be sure to get some rest when you can. If you get tired, you know you're always welcome to visit me for a break and a cup of tea. Oh, that's nice of Lisa. Also, Bennett is such a mood. I love the concept of Bennett just being an absolute disaster. Okay, where have they gone? Where to next? Let me check my notes. Ah, this way. Where are they going? Got it, Collei, please follow me. Find someone that matches the prophecy. I already forgot who we were talking about. Oh, there's some people. Oh. What another, how convenient, like 4 more people all conveniently gathered together. So convenient. I said convenient way too many times. Oh, it's our lucky day, there are several people over there. Amber, wow, and Eula's with her too. Okay. Oh, and Klee! Oh, it's Sucrose, and Klee also spies the girl with the long scarf. Collei, we were just talking about you. Ah, right, I don't think you've been introduced to Noelle before. Collei, this is Noelle, maid of the Knights of Favonius. Nice to meet you, Collei. I missed you the last few times you were in Mondstadt, so I'm glad to finally meet you in person. Oh, nice to meet you too, Noelle. My name is Collei, but you already knew that. Relax, you two. There's no need to be so courteous. We're not on some kind of diplomatic mission here. Klee, what are you doing here? Are you planning to blast some fish? Nope, Klee's on patrol with the other knights. Ha! Now that you mention it, it looks like everyone here is a knight of Favonius except for Collei and me. I'd heard there was a very young knight in the ranks, but it's still a surprise to see with my own eyes. Collei, what do you do? I'm a trainee forest ranger in the Avidia Forest. Trainee? It means I'm not officially a fully qualified forest watcher yet. I'm still learning. Oh, you're just like me. I'm still working towards becoming a fully qualified knight. Technically, though the distinction is hardly relevant now, this isn't a very formal patrol, we're just chatting. If you don't panic, Collei, just pick a topic and join the conversation. Don't panic, whatever you do, don't panic. It's just Amber and her friends, there's no need to be nervous. Collei is also very much a mood. Let me guess, were you chatting about the new guests in town? Yep, a few folks from Sumeru have come to visit, so we're brainstorming a few nice surprises for them. Amber! Sorry, at least I didn't say anything about what the surprises are. Oh no, how am I supposed to join this conversation now? What do I say to that? Speaking of nice surprises, we've actually had a fairly big one recently. What kind of surprise? Tell me, tell me. I'm saved. Sucrose has given me a lead-in. Now I just need to follow on from what she's already started talking about. Sucrose and Collei tell everyone about the... Okay. What interesting prophecy. I have no idea what the answers could be though. So essentially you're gathering information to help you solve the riddles, correct? I'll do my best to help. Thank you so much, Eula. Anytime. There's a need to answer right away. We've put a mailbox next to the crafting bench for people to drop us notes once they've thought of something. I'll drop something in there for sure. Please don't put a bomb in there. Please don't put a bomb in there because that will ruin everyone else's notes. Now, nice idea. I think we could all commit to writing a note. We'll see what we can come up with. Yep, don't worry. You can count on us, but we do have to finish our patrol first. What route are you taking today? We started in the Stormbearer Mountains and will end at the city gates. You'd be very welcome to join us, but it sounds like you're pretty busy with all this. I know there's always next time. We'll join up with you after we're done working through this prophecy. Oh, yeah, so we'll be on our way for now. See you later. Have a safe trip back. Okay, I assume we're going to cut to Kaiko now. I also want to know what surprise they've got cooked up, because there are 2 fire characters in there, and fire leads to explosions. Are you okay, Collei? Oh, was it that obvious? No, not at all. It just looked like you had something on your mind. Oh, so that means it was obvious. Whatever's bothering you, you can talk to me about it if you want. I'm happy to help. Thanks, Sucrose. Well, the truth is, I don't really know how to act around Amber and the others. Really? I thought you two were good friends. We are. Amber's a really important friend to me. I don't know, I guess if I'm being completely honest, the problem's probably with me. The first time I came to Mondstadt, I was really immature, I didn't want to let people in, and I was generally pretty awful to everyone. Amber was the one person who didn't give up on me. If it wasn't for her persistence, I wouldn't have found a friend at all. Without Amber, I might not even be here today. And because of that, I really look up to her. I think of her as my role model, and hope that maybe one day I could learn to be like her. But after trying and failing for several years, I think I finally realized I'm no Amber and I never will be. Looking back, it seems silly that I ever thought like that. We're nothing alike at all. My personality is so weird. I always get so anxious and I overthink everything. Well, Collei, don't say that. Sucrose, would it be okay if I told you a bit about my past? Ooh, interesting, interesting. They come to stop at a place with some lovely scenery. As Reese picks up, Collei tells her life story from her childhood to her recent recovery from Eliza. I say that differently every single time because I still don't know how you're supposed to say it. Oh, Sucrose looks like she's about to cry. I already knew bits and pieces about her, but still, why did she have to go through all this? I'm sorry, we've only just met and I'm already dumping all this on you. This is why I get so frustrated at myself. I'm always doing this. I get into a spiral of self-doubt and then I end up having to find somewhere to vent it all out. No, it's fine. I'm really glad you're willing to tell me all of this. People don't open up about their deepest feelings unless they really trust the other person, don't you think? At least I think it's kind of an honor. And I mean, you've probably noticed by now that I don't have the best social skills either. I always just end up talking about the things I'm interested in and going on and on. But even so, you still listen to me when I talk my head off about alchemy. It's a relief to listen to you talking about yourself for once. If you hadn't told me all of those things, I never would have guessed that you struggle so much. Honestly, I feel like we're very similar people. Really? Yeah, everyone has their own problems to deal with, and I certainly do. All the feelings that you talked about just now, I totally get it. It takes much more effort for us introverts to fit into a crowd. When you were saying about how you try to think about what to say in advance, you're constantly terrified of saying the wrong thing and making things awkward, I relate to that so much. And also that part about studying under a genius. In fact, before meeting you, I'd never met anyone who seemed so similar to myself. Oh. I'm not very good at giving words of comfort or anything, and I'm not going to tell you to just get over it or stop worrying about it. How about we just sit here for a little while? We don't have to force conversation. If we can't think of anything, we can just sit here together. Oh, bye, Dime. Have a good, I don't know, morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time it happens to be. Yeah, have a good day. Sucrose has stopped talking, but for some reason it doesn't feel awkward at all. Maybe she's right, and we're more similar than I realized. In Sumeru, I always like to find a quiet place to just sit and watch the scenery, but it's always by myself. I never thought there'd be a day when I could do this with someone else by my side. Mondstadt's breeze is so gentle and soft. Hey, Collei, see that cloud over there? Doesn't it look like one of my test tubes? I don't think so, sorry. Then maybe we're not quite on the same wavelength on everything, at least. At least not when it comes to looking at clouds in the sky. Thank you, Sucrose. I feel much better after talking to you. Yeah, it helps a lot, doesn't it? I also vent to my flasks sometimes. The next time we get the chance, I'll have to show you my tetratanic sweet flower and my tetratanic wind bloom. Your tetra what? 2 of my favourite things I've made. They're really cool. I think you might like them. Okay, yeah, you'll definitely have to show them to me sometime. I brought some crackers with me. Do you want one? There's cheese flavour or tomato flavour. Sure, I'll try the cheese one. Oh look, they're enjoying the scenery together. Shall we go play with them? No, it's fine, let them sit for a while. We're not what Collei needs right now. She needs a new friend, someone different who's never met her before. I don't get it, is there a difference? There is. You'll understand once you're a little older, Collei. People can draw different kinds of strengths from different kinds of friends. And right now, Collei needs someone that's just not the same old me. On the other side, the cold wind sings shrill across the face of Star Snatch Cliff. I do appreciate not having to teleport there myself. Oh, but it wants me to do a transport quest. That's not what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm going to ignore that for now. We're going to go up here. Ignore the slimes. Just going to run up here. Okay. We're going to go. There's no one here. Why are we running over here? There's no one here. Sunset Cliff, we made it. Paimon hopes you find someone we need here. Help, I beg you, please don't let go. Oh! Well, that was convenient. Why is everyone in such convenient situations? Who's that yelling? Let's hurry and take a look. What are the odds? Time is. And we also have Rosaria and Mona. What kind of mishmash ensemble is this? Good question. What kind of motley crew is this? Mona. As her full name, Mona Magistus, the astrologist, is far too long. She permits those around her to call her Mona. Mona's hydromancy is masterful and accurate, but people are often unwilling to accept the cruel truths presented to them through astrology. At the same time, astrological tools and resources are necessary and regular expenses for a brilliant astrologist such as her. But they are not cheap by any means. Due to this and her lack of financial management skills, she lives a frugal life and can barely make ends meet. However, in her own words, Mona has simply chosen this simple life to penetrate the truths of this world. But how could the great astrologist Mona be shackled by poverty? We love it. She's making the most of her situation. It's been a while, traveller. Greetings, everyone. Happy Windbloom Festival. Rosaria. Rosaria is a sister of the Church of Favonius, but you wouldn't know it except for her attire. You certainly won't find her saying prayers or attending church gatherings. If you need to find this elusive sister for any reason, then you might be looking for quite a while. Check the hidden corners in the shadows, and you might just find Rosaria quietly observing the rapid changes around Mondstadt. Though everything about her seems mysterious, the sister is in fact guarding Mondstadt just in her own way. Well, she's a bit interesting. You two are looking pretty good. I trust you've been well. Yeah, we're definitely faring a lot better than this poor guy on the ground. Hey, please don't rub salt in my wound. I really have just been trying my best. You'll want to talk. If this sister hadn't grabbed you in time, then you'd have been seriously hurt, if not dead. I know. I really am grateful, miss. I can't thank you enough. Don't mention it, just lending a hand. She also has the scary claws. Quite literally, and had she not lent him a hand and pulled him up, he would have gone tumbling down the cliffside. What happened? Did Timaeus almost fall off the cliff? Oh well, so what actually happened was, I came to Starstretch Cliff today to pick some flowers and ran into Mona on the way. She took a look at her scryglass and advised me to turn back because it would be dangerous. But you still came up here anyway. Yes, I did, because of something I just had to do. I hardly think giving flowers to your crush is worth throwing one's life away for. It's rare to run into someone with a death wish in this area. I don't have a death wish, I just didn't think it would really come true. I mean, when Mona said it would be dangerous, I thought it'd be fine as long as I watched my step cautiously. I'm sorry, okay, I was wrong. I'm telling you, I'm just here chasing the love of my life. Love Strike Monsters is what the Windbloom Festival's all about. Okay, that explains you, but why is Rosaria here? I was looking for a quiet place to escape the crowds. I wasn't planning on having to save a life along the way. That's why the scryglass just showed danger instead of fatal danger. Ha, very funny. Anyway, Kaiko and Paimon, what brings the two of you to Starstretch Cliff? Just trying our luck. We've got a lot of people we need to see today, so we've been all over the place, actually. You're some of the people we were looking for. Huh? Okay, we tell everyone I'm in the mailbox. Okay. I see. So all we'll need to do is to find some clues, make a note, and then drop it off in the mailbox. I can't believe there's a prophecy like this, let alone that I have a part to play in it. I guess this means everyone will find out about my crush now. I came here because I wanted to give some sillies to the girl I love. They'll really suit her. She's... No one asked. Please do not subject us to your gushing about your girlfriend. Oh, you saw right through me. You said you need clues, right? In that case, Mona Magistus, the astrologist, will provide you with a personally handwritten letter. Just wait for it to show up in your mailbox. You can be on your way now. We won't keep you any longer. Alright then, let's head back and meet up with everyone else. Okay, try not to fall off any more cliffs. Will do. This is also embarrassing. Thank you both. Okay, so I think that's done. I'm gonna pick some flowers while we're here, since we're, you know, in the vicinity. Might as well grab the flowers. There's quite a lot of them actually. I'm gonna just pick all of them because they're quite nice. I think that's all of them. So now we gotta go to the crafting bench. Okay, that's convenient because it's right next to the teleport waypoint. So we can just hop in there and then just sort of do this. Oh, there's the mailbox. Okay, we can just talk to them. Convenient in this game. I know it. For once, it really was. We're back. Oh, but it looks like you two beat us. Welcome back. Did everything go well? Yeah, we managed to find and talk to everybody. We got back a little early, so we took some time just now to put the mailbox together. We got really lucky today. The vendors were feeling super generous, so we didn't even need to pay for the materials. It's just a shame that Collei got a splinter. Oh, don't worry about me. I'm used to working in the rainforest. I get splinters all the time. I've already taken care of it. We've already wrapped up everything on our to-do list for today, so all we need to do now is wait for everyone's letters to arrive. Kaiko, Paimon, don't you get some rest while I keep an eye on the mailbox? You're definitely your master student, Sucrose. As long as you or Albedo are around, Paimon can relax and know that everything's taken care of. Ah, stop. You're embarrassing me. Wait, actually, there's one thing that still needs taken care of. Paimon's starving. Hey, Traveler, you want to get dinner? Your treat. Paimon, we already bought... I guess we bought her dinner yesterday. Maybe it's a different, you know... I'll go with Sucrose to return the leftover materials to the vendors. You two go get a proper meal. We can't have anyone getting hungry. Yeah, now would be a good time for a break. Once everything... Well, this is mightily suspicious. Once everything is ready, let's meet up here again and collate all the information we've gathered. Sounds like a plan. Who is that? That was so suspicious. So suspicious. Okay, I guess we're buying Paimon some dinner. Gosh, you really... Every other day it's food, food, food. You really need to be fed that often. I mean, it's more that... Yeah, okay, I really should feed Paimon. It's just that why are we feeding Paimon? Why doesn't Paimon feed herself? Actually, I don't think Paimon has any. Wait, does Paimon have money? Because Paimon really does love money. But like, should she have money? Or do we hold on to the money? Paimon will have this one, and this one, and this one. That is the sound of Mora pouring out of my wallet. Hey, Paimon's really hungry, and don't forget, Paimon's also ordering for you. It's not like Paimon's gonna eat everything by herself. I think Paimon will actually eat everything by herself. Now that Paimon mentioned it, you realise that you too are ravenous. You stuff your faces. You, Paimon is super full. It feels pretty good to just relax and take in the scenery after all that great food. Is everything packed up ready to go? What do you think about meeting up at 5 to go to my house? Yes, everything's ready. I've packed some great wine and smoked ham. Your parents will love it. Did they finally get together? Ham, look, we've known each other for quite some time now. Don't you think it's been long enough for you to remember that we only eat bacon in my house? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I should remember to get some milk today on my way home. I must remember to get some milk. Please feel free to pay a visit to the cat's tail anytime. Enjoying the scenery? Oh, Tone Deaf Bard, are you here for some food as well? Should we order something for you? Oh, I can put something on your tab. Well, that's a pity. I already had a few drinks before coming here. I shall take you up on your offer another day. There should be no shortage of opportunities in the future. Anyway, who should be getting ready to thank me? I come bearing good news. What kind of good news? Behold. It looks like a paper with a simple map and something like an incantation on it. What is it? It's what you need the most right now. The answer to the prophetic puzzle. What? Simply head to the location marked on the map and you'll find the lantern you've been looking for. However, if I were you, I wouldn't just go and reveal the secret right away. As you've seen, a lot of people have been labouring hard to uncover the answer. A secret is like a well-aged brew. The aroma from the bottle is sweetest when revealed in the company of friends. Okay. Then it's settled. I'll leave you on to your business for now. Feel free to find me for a chat once you've done working through the prophecy. Also, if you have some time, we could organise another fast-track love poem class. You're signing that off again? I sure am. Nobody else has signed up this year though, so the duty to learn falls on you. Anyway, see you later. I love Venti. He's a mess. Like, he's kind of goals though for a god. He's very chill. Like, of all the gods, I feel like Venti would be a good one to have because you wouldn't have to worry about impressing him. He'd be impressed by anything. Like, he's very non-threatening, which is quite unusual for a god, and I can appreciate that. Venti always looks so relaxed whenever we run into him. Paimon can't help but be jealous. Excuse me, if you don't mind, could I chat with you for a moment? Oh, who are you? Mysterious person who was spying on us earlier. Scarlet, you may call me Scarlet. Is she from Chesnea? Is she a Fatui member? Just like you, I'm a traveller visiting Mondstadt from another land. Mind if I buy you a drink? I'm not drinking, but thank you. Leaving the door open for another time, I see. I can tell that you've dealt with a lot of people during your travels. You can tell, well, we are very experienced adventurers after all. I can, that's why I tried to strike up conversation with you in the first place. I was on my way to go shopping earlier when I overheard your conversation next to the crafting bench. From what I could gather, you're trying to investigate a bizarre prophecy? Yeah, bizarre is definitely the word. Do you think it sounds just like the kind of story that would happen in Mondstadt? Anyways, that's why I wanted to ask you a favour. When you manage to unravel the prophecy, could you let me know what it is? Are you interested in it too? I'm really suspicious of her. But I do also love the hat. You were right, Idol Petricoid. This is an amazing hat. But suspicious. Also, yeah, it is true. Paimon does make sure we don't go hungry, and she made sure that we were at the front of the group because Paimon can fly, but we can't fly. But sometimes Paimon, she has her moments. Not so much the prophecy itself, but Mondstadt as a nation, that's what I'm interested in. I was born in a distant land, but I have family and friends who once lived in Mondstadt for a long time. They said that it's a great place full of fairy tales and romance and recommended that I come for a visit. As it happens, someone I know has an anniversary coming up soon, so I figured this would be a good time to come here and see all the sights that she once saw. What do you think about Mondstadt so far? It certainly lives up to its name as a city of romance and freedom. Aha, we think so too. So about the prophecy, no problem. Thank you, you're very friendly, it's been a real pleasure to meet you. I'll leave you to it then, hope you continue to enjoy the city and have a wonderful day. I'm still really suspicious. She definitely isn't dressed like a local, huh? Where do you think her hometown could be? Please find me a flower that's of this world and guide who will never get lost. Find me one who would never lie, as well as a legend that never ends. Oh. Zarya. I never thought I'd have someone secretly following me even in a free city like Mondstadt. I know, she's just staring. Good day to you, miss. Ooh. Rosaria's onto something. What is she onto? I don't know yet. But she's onto something. Good morning or good night to you all. Okay, I assume that means Lissy's going to bed, so good night, Lissy. Okay, so we have to wait a little bit more until morning. I mean, I'm just going to change the time because I'd like to do the quests today, and I think we're like, because then I was hoping to do it all today, so I think it'd be easier if I just, you know, do it now. Ooh, there's a present! I'm excited. Okay, we just need to change it to daytime, I think. So if we make it daytime with some sneaky... I would do some of the games, like the rhythm game, but I don't know if the rhythm game would like count or if it would pause time. And if it doesn't pause, like if it pauses time, it kind of defeats the point, which is why I did a lot of the camera quest, because that didn't require me to pause time. Okay. It's the next morning. Now what? It is the next morning. It's between 8 and 12. I'm so confused. Is this not what it wants? Oh! Oh. Okay, I pressed the wrong button, but we're gonna make the most of it. Okay. That was a mistake. But that's okay. So let's, I guess, try and do a full day and see if that does it. Let's see, let's see. I hope it does, because I am not that patient. I'm also really suspicious of that woman. Okay. Go to the alchemy crafting bench and meet up with Sucrose! Hello, Sucrose! Hello! We're here! Kaiko, Paimon, great timing. We've got a lot of letters in the mailbox and I just finished sorting them into 4 groups. Nice work! Well, the real work hasn't even started yet. Which batch of letters should we read through first? Okay. Great. Take a look at the clue board and read the letters. Okay. 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 Read the letters about a flower that is not this world. Oh, there's so many. Okay. Read Ignori's letter. After our conversation the other day, I went over the prophecy. Oh, these are long. I went over the prophecies wording carefully. A flower is not this world sounds more like a logical paradox. Think about it. If a flower is not this world, its existence cannot be perceived. However, if it can be perceived, it will not fit the description of the prophecy. As such, my view is that the riddle's answer doesn't have to be a real plant. However, I must also note, with all due respect, the person who came up with this riddle may not know all the plants in the world, and I dare say that no one could make such a claim. From this perspective, you could even think of some rare plants as potential candidates for the list. The answer. Attach the list of rare plant species. I've added a short description to each entry, and I hope you can find your answer within them. Okay, let's read Albedo's letter. Flower not this world doesn't sound like an existing species or something created through specialized cultivation techniques. With that noted, I believe we should think out of the box. After reviewing what I've learned over the years, I have now reached a conclusion. Sucrose also came to discuss her thoughts with me. She hasn't yet decided on an answer at the moment of me writing the letter, so I'm revealing my own conclusion right now. We can discuss it in detail when we meet. And I hope everyone will bring their respective answers too. What was the point in writing the letter if you weren't going to tell us the answer in your letter? Why would you? Why? Oh, thank you, Rainbow Gecko, for my streamy reminder. It feels strange to set a letter into the mailbox that I made myself, but I did find my answer. At first, I thought a flower created using alchemy would constitute one that is not of this world, according to the prophecy. But after giving it some more thought, I realized that instead of creating an actual plant, a flower-shaped mechanism made of alchemical products might fit the description better. So I arrived at my conclusion, a clock in the shape of a flower. Ooh, the long passage of life rushes past the timepiece, leaving fluttering petals in its wake. The elapsing years stir up the leaves, pushing the needle of time forwards. Read. Okay. Oh, okay. I mean, that wasn't very helpful. Okay, let's read this. Who never gets lost? Okay, read Mona's letter. No one can confidently say that they will never get lost, but as long as their wish to guide and help others does not waver, they will become a ship that can traverse the waves eternally. I didn't perform any divination before writing this letter, but I have a feeling that I will witness the truth behind the prophecy together with you all. So if you need me, just call me at my place, I'll be there. Okay, I've been thinking about this for a long time. Before you came to me with this prophecy, it never even crossed my mind that I could be a part of this. Well, as you all know, I'm probably the last person you think of when it comes to guiding others. I still have a long way to go, and I'm still trying to figure out how to peacefully coexist with everything in this world. But if you're asking me about who can be of help, my friend Fischl and her friend Mona, the astrologers, are both very knowledgeable and brave. I'd say they're probably the ones you're looking for. And that's my answer. Oh, I already read that one. Read Amber's letter. Guide is too grand a title for me, but I'd love to be everyone's friend. It's something I think I'm good at, and I'm a tentative listener. So do let me know when you feel lost. To use an analogy, I'm like a torch out in the wild that will help illuminate everyone's path so long as it continues to burn bright. Everything written below is not meant for Collei. Dear Collei, if you're reading this, please turn away. I've been worried about Collei lately. She's recovered from the illness, but she still doesn't look all that cheerful. It feels like she still has things she can't let go of. Allow me to write down my wish here. I hope that Collei can uncover the secrets behind the prophecy and find her happiness. Wherever she is and whoever she becomes, I'll always be her friend no matter what. We're not the saviour and the saved, but simply good friends. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, what does Mika say? I hope the letter finds you all well. I didn't expect to be asked such a question, which caused quite a headache at first. I only know how to guide people in the geological sense, but on the journey of life, I'm still the lost kid who needs the guidance of others. But upon seeing your question, I immediately knew what I can help with. I tried drawing a map showing vegetation distribution for Mr. Tignari and Miss Collei, as well as a dragon spotting calendar for Mr. Sino, both attached below. In the next few days, I will need to patrol with the captain and draw maps for Miss Lisa, so I can only support you with my well wishes. My apologies, please forgive me. I hope the map and the list will be of some use to you. Okay. One who never lies. Okay. You are correct to assume that I seldom lie. This has to do with my upbringing. As a desert dweller who has been living within the academia since my childhood, my unusual identity makes it hard for others to trust me, and it would have been harder still if I was not honest. As a result, I learned to talk less and speak no more than what is necessary. Uncovering the secret behind the prophecy may come with its perils. If you need someone who would never lie, I can join you. I must make one thing clear first. I'm not someone who would never lie. After hearing your question, I thought about many things in the past in earnest and recalled many occasions upon which I lied. I often make up excuses to avoid choir practice. I also tell white lies too. Sometimes to make myself happy and other times to allow myself to give up on some struggles. The nicest lie I've ever come up with is the one I told Varka that I didn't want to stay in Mondstadt. Varka responded with another lie, and that was his advice to me. Your current abilities are not suited to life beyond Mondstadt's borders. I can't be the answer to this question, but I suggest that you consider what never lying actually means. Does it mean to never deceive or to never lie with ill intent? It's a pity that I'm not the one you're looking for, but I believe that someone who meets the requirements will turn up. Good luck. I hope they're not going to make me conclude things, because I have zero conclusions. I'm reading all of these and not coming to any conclusions. I asked my teacher Lisa to write this letter. It's much better than the ones I wrote. Many thanks. I don't lie. I trust you. Come to me when you need me. I will always be there for you. Well, that was easy. Okay. Legend that never ends. Legends were created by humans. In that sense, no legend endures forever, and all stories must end in regret someday. But as long as a good story lives in people's hearts, it does in some way live on forever. That's the conclusion I've come to after years of reading. Anyway, best of luck, little cuties, from Lisa. What does Clee say? Mum writes travel guides, but she did have friends who wrote fairy tales, so Clee's heard that a story its author spends their whole life writing will always be a good one. What does Collei say? I think a legend that never ends should be a story filled with hopes and dreams. It works like a baton that's passed on from one person to the next, offering something meaningful to everyone that touches. I was once greatly encouraged by such stories, so I think I'll be going with this answer. Okay, I think that's all of them. I read a lot of letters. Talk to Sucrose. Okay, I can do that. Sucrose. Let me quickly summarize what we found out about a flower that is not of this world. Tignari believes that one... Oh wait, is she just going to summarize it? Did we have to read it? We didn't have to... Okay, Tignari believes that on close examination it might be logically paradoxical, while Abedo says that his answer would be better discussed at length in person. As for my answer, I think a clock in the shape of a flower would constitute one that is not of this world. Here's what we're gathering regarding a guide who will never get lost. Mona said she'd like to join us in uncovering the secret behind the prophecy, while Bernard suggests Fischl, Mona, or Kaiko as potential candidates. Mika didn't submit much, but he did draw a vegetation map for Master Tignari and wrote up a dragon spotting calendar for Sino. Amber also wrote in. She said she sees herself as nobody's guide, but everybody's friend. As for one who would never lie, Rosario removed herself from consideration, but both Razor and Sino are willing to support us in our search. Tamius seems to have forgotten to write to us. Classic Tamius. And finally, this is what we've gathered on a legend that never ends. Clee said that her mum has a number of friends who like to write storybooks. Lisa believes that legends live forever in people's hearts. I think that for a legend to be never ending, it has to be filled with hopes and dreams, and actively pass from one person to the next. So what are the answers to the 4 riddles then? You're really smart, Paimon. You're really smart, Paimon! I bet you could figure it all out in no time! Oh, interesting. Paimon's doing it. Or let's all share our thoughts on what we think the answer might be. Oh no, I hope they're not gonna... I hope it's multiple choice. I can multiple choice this, but I cannot just do it. Wait for me. Oh, tell me what brings you here. I'm sorry, I really am. The time just got away from me and I didn't get around to writing the letter. However, I'm happy to announce that I think I can be the one who would never lie. This is kind of sudden. Not that we don't trust you, Timius, but could you elaborate a little after you catch your breath? Of course. Phew. Do you still remember the time I collaborated with a certain Miss Ying-er? No. Well, basically, she helped me a lot with my research into potion making once, and we've stayed in touch through letters ever since. Wait, so Ying-er is the girl from Liyue that Sucrose mentioned earlier? We always assumed you were hard at work every time we saw you at the crafting bench, so you've just been writing letters to Ying-er the whole time? No, I mean not all the time. I've done some work too. And anyway, our correspondence covers a lot of serious topics like perfumes, potions, alchemy. Anyway, a few months ago, I made a vow to the heavens that I will be true to myself and never utter an insincere word until the day that I've managed to win Miss Ying-er's heart. Is Miss Ying-er the perfume lady? Like the one who works at the vase shop? Because if so, this is hilarious. Because that woman cracked me up. Okay, so at Starsnatch Cliff, we were picking Cecilia's as a gift for Ying-er. That's right, the Cecilia flower is said to represent a once wayward heart transformed by the power of love. I couldn't think of a better flower to give than that. I know full well that Miss Ying-er is far more knowledgeable than I in both the ways of the world and the ways of our craft, but I thought I should make the effort for once and put myself out there. Which brings me to the subject of the last few days and the Windbloom Festival. I thought it was time for me to invite Miss Ying-er to Mondstadt, but yesterday Albedo told me that Sucrose has been working hard to help another girl achieve her dream. And when I went to take a look at our roster, I saw she'd done my remaining work for me. I feel incredibly guilty. I've been spending all my time in my own fantasy world while everyone else has been bending over backwards to help other people. How could I ever hope to be worthy of Miss Ying-er's love if I'm so selfish? Oh, Timius. And that's why I've decided to join you. But then what about Ying-er? Yeah, haven't you been planning this for over a month now? You said you were gonna invite her to Mondstadt. Yes, I did mention in my letters that I'd like her to visit, which is why I just sent her another gift with my hand-picked Windblooms, along with a handwritten letter. I explained the matter of great importance has presented itself to which I must devote my full attention for the time being. As soon as it's resolved, I'll make haste to Liyue to pick her up in person. I made sure to package the gift and letter with the greatest care. All I can do now is hope that she'll understand. Point being, please know that I sincerely want to support you in this endeavour, plus I think I'm an honest person. As far as I recall, I don't think I told a single lie in my life. Oh. Well, you certainly convinced Paimon with that speech. Don't worry, Timius, we won't let your determination go to waste. Thank you, Timius. Thank you, everyone. I promise to do everything I can to help. Okay, so it looks like we found our one who would never lie. Great, let's keep it up. On to the other three. Oh! They just decided. Love it. Okay, Paimon will do the honours, clear his throat. We have with us here the flower, the guide, the legend, and Timius. Why did you only say Timius' name? You should say my name too. Alright, we also have Collei. That's me, hee. With Collei here, this all somehow feels like we're getting ready for a field trip. There's nothing wrong with a more relaxed atmosphere, is there? Albedo, have you figured out your answer? Of course, you will soon see if my hypothesis has any merit. Actually, I'm still feeling a little nervous. Me too. But weren't you all fired up just a moment ago? Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, let's do this. Oh my god. Actually, I'm a little worried too. Deep breaths. I know what you're feeling. Saying anything becomes so much harder when there are so many people watching. Oh, does anyone know the exact location of where we're headed, or should I do a reading on my scryglass? According to prophecy, once we've figured out the answer, we should test it at the Lantern of Utmost Joy. Wait, but where's the lantern? Oh, we know something about that. What? We make up a story of it. We make it up because we can't tell them about Venti. Well, it's amazing. You really know how to do everything under the sun. Then we'll let you lead the way. This is it. We're off to find the sacred location of the Lantern of Utmost Joy. Okay. I hope this doesn't take forever, because it sort of feels like this is almost the end. And I kind of want to finish this, but I'm also very aware that I'm almost at my, like, limit. Well, I say limit. It's not like a hard limit, but my normal limit. So much reading. You read the entire book when Spark Notes existed the whole time. Exactly! And they didn't tell me this until I'd already read it. It was very disappointing. If Paimon trusts him, he's probably okay, right? Possibly. I mean, his heart's in the right place. Is he useful? Oh, Dime's back. Dime, I thought you left. Yeah, there's a lot of reading. I have no idea if that's what you're referring to, but there has been a lot of reading in this stream. So, you know, it'll be okay though. It'll be okay. According to the map, it should be somewhere around here. Well, yeah, it's probably this glowing thing. Okay, we've gathered like a really random selection of people. Okay, I don't see any lanterns here. Now I think about it, the prophecy didn't say anything about what the lantern of utmost joy actually looked like, right? Maybe we've overlooked something. Kaiko, are you trying to figure out something else from the paper? Exactly. Venti's note here says we should look up and seek the answer from the sky. Paimon's reading too, it says to look up. But there's nothing above us, the wind didn't trick us, did it? Oh, they mean literally, as in Venti. The slip also says, now you should recite the incantation. Paimon, take a look at this. Place the squirrel on the back of the pointy-eared cat and a pious puppy will open the doors to show you the way. Paimon read the whole thing out loud, but nothing's happening. What did you just say? Place the squirrel on the back of the pointy-eared cat and a pious puppy will open the doors to show you the way? What does that mean? Why is this so cryptic? Look, the wind is blowing. Oh, it worked? What a strong wind current. Let's ride it up and see where it leads us. We'll have to fly up there. Can someone carry me with them? Here. Oh, it was an alliteration. I also like there was an alliterate floating island. Oh, heck yes. There was an alliteration earlier. We had like something like careful Collei and something sucrose, and I thought that was quite fun. Is it a tea party? It looks like a tea party. I'm intrigued. Okay, is that a lantern? How did this little island get up here in the sky? Did somebody make it? Just to be safe, I've been jotting down our entire route here, that way no one will get lost. Oh, good thinking, Collei. Who would have thought we'd find this kind of table here? Weird, almost as if someone was holding a tea party! I never would have guessed such a place could exist right above Mondstadt too. Oh, look at the pretty lamps on the table. There's even a chair for each side of the lantern too. There seems to be something on the back of this chair. Let me have a closer look. Take your seat, present your answers, and you shall reach enlightenment. But as far as instructions go, I guess that's simple enough. And we just need to do as it says, right? Wait a second. Huh? What is it, Albedo? We'd better make sure this place is safe before taking our seats. Everyone please stay clear for a moment. Okay, he's investigating. With all our questions and doubts aside, the scenery here is pretty amazing. It'd be impossible to feel stressed here. How is everything, Albedo? Everything seems to be fine. I didn't find any traps or suspicious mechanisms. But I also couldn't find any overt destructive devices. What do you mean? Well, it seems that wrong answers won't have any catastrophic consequences. Looks like we'll have to sit on the chairs and fulfill the prophecy. And everyone, I would like to suggest that we try some risky answers on our first attempt. Let's reserve our most confident answers for the second round. That sounds kind of smart, but why? I get what he means. If we do as he says, then we may be able to figure out how the puzzle works. I see that makes a lot of sense. Mona, is there something wrong? You're not looking too good. Or are you hungry? I brought some snacks. Klee! Yes! You brought snacks? Klee is the only one here thinking straight. You gotta bring snacks every single time. Thank you for offering, Klee, but that's not quite it. While Albedo was checking just now, I gave my square glass a spin, hoping to find some information. But there's a strange aura to this place. It's almost as if someone has been staring at me as soon as we stepped foot in here. But if nothing here has actually been physically tampered with, then no, could that person be? Is it Venti? Mona just shivered. Did she sense some kind of great power? What do you mean, Mona? Who could it be? Ugh, never mind. It's not like I've got any proof. Don't leave us on edge like this, Mona. I'll just do what Albedo said. Yes, let's test the hypothesis together, Klee. Come join us, Mona. All right. Okay, then I'll answer the first question if someone were to ask me to find a flower that is not of this world. You can do it, Sucrose. What do you mean, Then I would fetch a Tetranic sweet flower. Alright, I'm up next. My part of the prophecy is to find a guide who will never get lost. Clay, I hope you found your answer. Mine is that I will be that guide. For a long time I've been guided by others. It's taken me a while, but I've finally made it to where I am today. I thought she was the... Oh no. Although I still haven't made a name for myself and I'm still quite immature, I would still like to put my name forward because I would like to become a guide that can help others. I want to help others the same way Amber, Master Tignari, Sino, and everyone else helped me. Now it's my turn to pass on the gift that I've been given. Is he gonna mess it up? Alright, it's up to me to answer the third part. I'll submit myself as one who would never lie. Although I've never really had any other virtues or talents, I'm confident that I've always been an honest person. I'd like to thank everyone too for giving me this opportunity to validate myself. And last but not least, I will answer the final part of the prophecy. There's no tale more befitting the title of a legend that never ends than our fates as human beings. Wait, the lantern just lit up. Wait, I thought they were the other way round. But that's okay. Well, all 4 sides of the lantern are glowing. Huh, but all we did was submit a batch of test answers. Collei, could I ask you to stand up for a second? Alright. Ooh. Seat-based. What's going on? Why is it lighting up regardless of who's sitting in the chair? Didn't it say we have to answer all the questions correctly? It's pretty clear now, isn't it? We just proven that there is no right answer for this prophecy. No right answer, but how could that be? Although the instructions had come from an old and enigmatic prophecy, it is in fact nothing like the ancient mechanisms that we had all imagined it to be. I believe the lantern only serves as a simple signal. And to think I never expected you to actually find this place. What? There's someone else here. I forgot about her. I can't believe I forgot about her and her cool hat. We meet again, traveller. Hey, you're the outlander we met the other day at Good Hunter. It's all thanks to you that I was able to find this place. Good thing that you were too preoccupied with the prophecy to notice someone tailing you from the shadows. Oh, is that so? Then why do I spy yet another person following in your shadow? Wait, really? It's Rosaria! There's no need for pleasantries, you should know I'm here for you. Is it just because I'm a visitor from abroad? I was there when you snuck your way into Marjorie's place. Huh, so you had your eyes on me even then. That was 2 whole weeks ago, you know. It's hard not to notice you when I'm on duty every day. Alright, in that case, I'll admit it, I was the person who set this prophecy into the storybook. But why? Then does this mean that wasn't a real prophecy after all? Don't worry, even though you probably have plenty of reservations about me, you can be sure that the prophecy is genuine. In fact, many of you here today may have heard the codename of the one who left the prophecy to me. She hails from an ancient assembly of powerful women, each of whom use a single letter to identify themselves. Who would have guessed? It seems that power was indeed left behind by the old hag after all. Ah, so you'll be a student. It's an honor to meet you. I am Scarlet, the successor of Jay. What are you talking about? It's a long story, but I'm not quite sure that I'm the best person to tell it. Since you've all spent so much time and energy trying to decipher this prophecy, you must also be interested in the secret behind this lantern, no? The lantern has already been lit. Now then, please allow me to disturb your happy peace. So what now? I am intrigued. Why does this little thing just light up? How strange. Hello, on the other side of the lantern, can you hear me over there? Mum? Mum? Oh, I hear many youthful voices. Madame, I'm Scarlet, the successor of Jay. Oh, since we've last gathered, Jay's successor has already become so reckless and bold. Unbelievable. Wait, are you talking just... Why are you talking just like the old hag? Old hag? Who would dare say that? Is that Mona? Who are you who dares imitate my master? And what of imitation and mimicry? It has always been a fool's errand to mimic and learn from humanity. Aunt Alice, I'm here too. Mom, why are you trying to talk like other people? So I see everyone's here. Well, then my warmest greetings, everyone. Miss Alice, why would you... Well, it's been many years since this lantern last lit up. You can't blame me for thinking that one of my old friends from my youth may have decided to catch up again. Why does she sound so coy all of a sudden? And if I recall correctly, we left this lantern in the care of the Anemo Archon, Barbatos. Oh no, Barbatos. You must be commended for uncovering an artifact entrusted to the God of Wind himself. Tell me, are you sitting around my beloved tea party table? It's a really long table. Oh, so you are. I suppose this means even the Anemo Archon has granted you entry to this place. Was all of this Scarlet's doing? Wait, Paimon's completely lost now, so what was this assembly you were talking about earlier? Miss Alice would be alright to leave the explanation of that to you. Aha, well, you should be rewarded for making it all the way up here and activating the lantern. Now then, let me tell you a long and ancient story. Oh, she's gonna not tell us a story. What is the video?
Ever heard of the Hexen Circle? As the spooky name suggests, it's a secret society. Once upon a time, it even challenged the animal Archon himself. But he replied, "Let us make music, not war, and resolve our conflicts through song." From then on, the mages would only ever convene in the woods, in the skies, or on the edges of cliffs. At these tea parties, they discussed their stories and secrets and resolved their differences, as the tea and cakes bore witness to their pledge never to fight amongst themselves.
Yesterday I snuffed out the life of my beloved. He had grown old and was extremely sick. He loved me dearly, so I took his fate in my hands and ended his pain.
I'm raising a son. Of all the children I had, he's the only one left. But I suppose that still makes me a mother.
My lifespan is nothing compared to yours, so I wish to leave you with my storybook. Actually, maybe you can pass it on to your children one day.
Oh, this looks interesting. Let me scry.
My dear sisters, we mustn't let prophecies threaten our bonds of friendship. Even the most frightening witch was once a little girl, and growing up can be so tough. Sometimes we all need to vent our troubles to the wind. Even if the nations go to war, or the sky falls down, the mages' tea parties shall forever be held around this table.
That was dramatic. I was not expecting it to be witches. Like that was not where I thought this was going. And yeah, I also like Scarlet's outfit. It's very simple. Very aesthetic. Okay, so this is where the legendary mages held their meetings. That's right, we often met here to chat and have tea. And what about the part saying that if we light the lantern of utmost joy, we'd receive a supreme blessing? About that, I never expected anyone other than Jay to actually read the full context of that prophecy. It's a little embarrassing. The truth is that prophecy was actually just a letter that we sent to Jay as a group the day before her wedding. Oh, so it was indeed written by all of you. I must thank you for resisting the urge to immediately reveal the truth to everybody, Albedo. Knowing you, you probably figured out everything the moment you laid eyes on the message. No, it took me a little longer than that. A flower that is on this world, a guide who will never get lost, one who would never lie, and a legend that never ends. These 4 descriptions signify 4 individual mages. When a member of the organization had to leave the group to spend the rest of her days with her beloved, the other mages would write down this prophecy and send it to her to invite her for a final get-together. A flower that's on this world signifies, of course, flowers that do not naturally exist in this world. This is the signature of art. Full name, oh god, Rhinadotte, also known as Gold. If there's anyone in this world who could create a flower species that does not yet exist, it would be her. The guide who will never get lost is N, otherwise known as Nicole. You may have not encountered her yet, but she is a truly extraordinary woman who has made this world's direction and order her subject of study. Some of you may be fortunate enough to have already heard her voice. Like a prophetess, she will only speak to guide people towards the truth when a change has occurred in the world. There's a tendency to suddenly speak in someone's mind without any warning. If one day you would be unfortunate enough to run into a truly dangerous situation, she may use her voice to guide the way forward for you. Who would have guessed that there are so many mysterious women in this world, and that they would all know each other? The one who would never lie is me. I hope no one would take offense, it's just that I, Alice, or A for short, have always had a soft spot for those with sincerity and candor. As for a legend that never ends, you may not know M in person, but you've likely encountered one of her works. Have you ever read The Board Princess? I'm pretty sure every child in Monster has read that book. It's also one of my favourite stories. M was an exceptional human writer who used her prose to teach me the meaning of grief. Don't you think such a person who would deserve a seat at the mage's table? Time was getting more and more lost. It may sound hard to believe, but I can attest to everything that Alice has said. Jay was also a mortal who aged and passed on, leaving her title to her students and followers. Alice, you've never acknowledged any of Jay's successes. It's now been centuries since the first of us took on her mantle. I've always wanted to meet you. Wait, centuries? How old is Alice? If she's Clee's mom, surely she can't be centuries old. Well, okay. Do you also want to become a mage? Title aside, I think I'm more interested in the meaning and purpose of the Hexen Circle. I used to think that the Hexen Circle was a group of women who could control the very fate of this world, but now I've seen for myself that besides Jay, many other ordinary people were also among you. Do you think less of us now? No, not at all. My interest has been piqued, and I'm now even more drawn towards the idea of becoming a mage. You're right, I've never acknowledged any of Jay's successors, but you are different. You are much more fascinating than any of your predecessors. Oh, has someone finally piqued Aunt Alice's interest? Now is not a good time, Scarlet, but as soon as I am able, I will seek you out for a meeting. I want you to tell me all about Jay's married life back in her hometown. The mage who received the prophecy letter from all of you was Jay. She left the Hexen Circle after getting married? Precisely. There was only one way the letter could have been interpreted. She would have known that what we meant as soon as she saw the message. We were just asking one thing of her. Please come to see us again before you go and settle forever with your happiness. Please come share some of it with your best friends and sisters. The supreme blessing actually meant all journeys are fleeting and will eventually come to an end. What will give us the most fulfillment and happiness is in the end are those who will greet us at our journey's destination. Dear child, I believe you can also understand what I'm talking about. We women will always have many troubles and encounter pains and frustrations that will keep us up at night. But no matter how hard things may become, we will cross mountains and oceans to see our best friends again, regardless of how many years have passed or how far the distance may be. As long as we can be with our beloved friends, our hearts will be filled with joy. To us mages, that's what being supremely blessed is all about. I still don't really get it, but I do know that all the mages are Mum's best friends. Haha, if you ask how I see it, the Hexen Circle is just a group of ladies that I spent my youth with. Anyway, I'll introduce some of the other members to you all later. I still have a few things to attend to, so this will have to do for today. Bye Mum, Dodoko says bye too. Goodbye darling, and farewell to all of our other friends as well. I'm sure we'll see each other again. And now that I think of it, isn't it getting close to that time of year? Yes, it's Windbloom again, Alice. It's also a special anniversary day, I'm sure you still remember. Yes, I do remember now. It was on this day many, many years ago that Jade tied the knot. Oh, that's whose anniversary. Just in time for the Festival of Love and Freedom, everyone please enjoy this year's Windbloom Festival to the fullest. Alice's voice fades and after it grows dim, it is once again just a regular piece of decor. For a moment, everyone looks lost in thought, but soon chatter begins to fill the space again. Before long, everyone spreads their gliders and returns to Mondstadt. Well, Albedo, why didn't you tell me we'd have to glide? Oh, return to Mondstadt. Can I just... I kind of want to jump, though. No, we're just gonna... I can teleport. Why does Albedo look like a robot? Well, I mean, I did notice he does have that strange diamond on his neck. So I'm wondering if he is a robot. And also, someone said my son, and it looked like a baby Albedo, and it looked a little bit like a creation as opposed to like a normal baby. So maybe. Oh, Timius? Are you okay, Timius? Maybe you'd feel better if you just, let it out. I'm fine. I'm just a little glider sick, that's all. Oh, Mood. He clearly doesn't fly a lot. You may want to look into getting your own gliding license when you have the time. It might prove helpful to you. Okay, sure thing. It sounds like you've still got something on your mind. Why don't you tell us? We're all happy to listen. It's nothing really. It's just, well, Alice's story was really interesting and romantic. I won't argue about that. But still, the whole thing wasn't quite what I was hoping for. Of course, I didn't actually expect the Supreme Blessing to be real, but... Don't say that. None of this was your fault, Timius. Hopefully, honestly, it's more of me for having agreed to be the Windbloom Festival Special Ambassador. Had I not asked for everyone's help. If anything, it should be my fault for finding that prophecy. No, I didn't mean to blame the two of you either. I just feel like this whole adventure didn't really end on a high note, and we also didn't really get anything out of it. But I'd say we still learned something new. Well, that aside, Timius, you still need to go to Leo to apologize to Yinga, right? Do you want Collei and I to accompany you? Oh, Miss Yinga, well, I mean, I just really don't want her to get mad at me. Not now that I've come back to my senses, I really don't know what I should do. Hey, you three, you may want to look over there. Is Yinga here? I bet she's here. There's no way Yingo is not waiting at the gates. It is! It is! It's the perfume lady! The one who keeps making all the sex jokes. Miss Yingo. Oh, so that's Miss Yingo. I've never met her before. Oh, he ran. I've never met her before. Yep, that's her, and she actually came all the way to Mondstadt. Oh, I'm so sorry, Miss Yingo, but how did you... I mean... Haha, are you so happy just to see me? Of course, I am. I'm so happy that I don't... sorry, I don't know what to say. I was ready to give you a harsh scolding, but now that I've seen you like this, I suppose I could let you off the hook this time. You said you couldn't come to pick me up because of a very important matter. Right, well then of course I had to come and find you instead. Haha, shall we go see how they're doing? I wouldn't. You'll get hit by a forest wall if you interrupt a couple's romantic conversation. Oh, really? We'll just leave them alone then. They look quite happy. Maybe that's what Windbloom's all about. Yeah, she did. She seduced everybody. Like, she tried to seduce me like 6 different times. I'm so glad to see Timaeus find his happiness. I have to say, I'm even more envious of you, Sucrose. You can be happy just to see others happy, and you gave me so much help without any expectations in return. Even though you say that you're very much alike, I still feel like you have a much bigger heart than I do. But if you say that, then I'd say I'm also nowhere near as brave or tenacious as you. I guess we have the same amount of positive qualities, they're just spread over different parts of our personalities. I've never visited Sumeru or made many friends from outside of Mondstadt. I'm happy to just have met and become your friend. Maybe I'll get shy and flustered when I meet other people I don't know in the future, but that's okay too. As we're so alike, you probably get what I'm trying to say. You just need to believe that all of your issues aren't really issues at all. But isn't it too late now for me to learn to accept myself? Do you know anything about the blooming cycles of Cecilias? I may have read about that in a book before. That's a topic that my parents used to talk about back when they were still dating. Surprising, right? To think that people would talk about that while on a date. My mum brought it up at dinner one time last month. She called my dad the most boring man she knew. She said that he even turned up late to a date once, all with a smile on her face. But she also said that learning is just another part of life. It's never too late to start something as long as you recognize that it is something good for you to do. Why don't you give it a try, Collei? Okay, I'll try my best. They're really having a great conversation. Paimon can't even find a moment to join in. Well, it's great they're getting along. I nearly forgot this is for you. This texture, are these seeds? Yep, I believe I mentioned my sweet flower research to you before. These are the seeds of the sweet flower cultivars that I have worked on. It's nothing too special, but they're the best cultivars that I've made, so I really hope that you like them. They're super sweet and easy to grow and keep. I'm also submitting them as my Windblooms for this year. I wish that the Anno Archon could see how lovely they are. Thank you, I'll plant them in the Avidia forest and take good care of them. Collei, please take these notes with you. I've heard that you've been working hard on your studies, so I've prepared some study materials for you at Sucrose's request. Feel free to look through them whenever you find the time. Mondstadt's doors will always remain open to you. Thank you so much, really. I don't know what to say. I'm just really happy. Well, Sucrose, now's your chance. Don't you want to collect a breath of joy? Ah, you're right. I almost forgot. Collei, can you exhale once into this test tube? I will save this breath of joy and use it in my research. Oh, really? May I? Of course. I still think that's a really weird thing to do. Oh, it turns a deep violet. Oh, it's real. I thought she was mostly joking. A small sparkling cloud then puffs out the test tube and rises in the air like a marshmallow before it's taken away by the wind. Huh, what was that? It was like a little cloud of happiness, but now it flew away. Oh! Well, luckily there's still some breath left in the test tube. I'll seal it up for now. I'll keep working on it and let you know as soon as I have any breakthroughs in my research. Yeah, you can write to me. I'll be sure to respond as soon as I receive a letter. Oh, it looks like you found a new pen pal. Master Tignari, Sino. If your friendship was forged in a test tube, does that make you test friends forever? Oh, that's it. I think you've ruined Sumeru's reputation in Mondstadt beyond all hope of repair. All that matters is that I've enjoyed Mondstadt immensely. The dragon here possesses a majestic form. Ah, that reminds me, Kaiko, this card back is for you. Wait, for me? Sino wanted you to have one for yourself. If I had to guess, I'd say he probably wants you to use it if you challenge him to a duel. I'm a master of the game, do you dare challenge me? Can you believe this guy? Let's knock him off his high horse. Wait, are we dueling? I was not ready to duel. Wait, I've got something to give you too. Huh, Collei has a gift for us? Yes, I figured I should follow local Mondstadt customs and prepare a few small things themed after the Windbloom Festival. A bookmark! I made these bookmarks from Sumeru roses at the hotel. I want to give them to Amber, Master Tignari, and Sino. During Windbloom, Mondstadters often offer flowers to the people most important to them, and you three are family to me. Tignari said that we're not anything like an academic family. He wouldn't write joint papers with us. Well, in this case, we can consider ourselves as regular siblings, and that should be just fine. Haha, I agree. Oh, and here are some Padishsora seeds as well. These are for Kaiko, Paimon, and everyone else from Mondstadt. Oh, are these really for us? Thank you, we appreciate it. So, are these your chosen Windblooms? One of them. Both Padishsoras and Sumeru roses are my Windblooms. Although they're not native to Mondstadt, they are the flowers that can best express my feelings. I want to give them to the people I feel thankful for, to those who I wish to accompany as we greet more seasons of future Windblooms together. The real blessings in life is when you're surrounded by people who you'd miss day and night and who you'd want to see even if that means crossing mountains and oceans to do so. I'm so happy to hear you say that. Dear Grace, do you see that cloud over there? Hmm? Doesn't it look just like your test tube? They're bonded. I love it. I think we did it. I think that's it. I think that's it. Is that it? We really got a seed. Oh, we got a card back as well. We actually like got one. I just want to like those are the games. Is that it? That's it. Okay. We did it. That took way longer than I was hoping it would take, but it's done now. So that's good. I was a little bit worried it was going to cross over streams because there was nowhere to pause the dialogue. And imagine joining the next stream and all you have is like the ending bit of the dialogue. That would have been a little bit terrible. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you've enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. If you'd like to see me play live, then check out my Twitch channel. You can find me on Wednesdays and Sundays at 8 PM GMT. Thanks again and have a great day.